Good morning, everyone. Here we are again. Coffee and headlines every morning from Monday through Saturday. Not on Sundays, but here we are at our daily broadcast. Not daily, not on Sundays. Paco, this is Coffee and Headlines. We are here to gather news and headlines from our city, state, and country and share them with you while you share your questions, ideas, and suggestions with me. And we all benefit from this exchange of knowledge, hopefully, as a community of English-speaking locals looking to better connect with one another and with our city, Puerto Vallarta. It is always a pleasure to get together with you, and today is no exception. Today is December 2nd. We are now in the final month of the year, and of course, it is Friday. Who's ready for a great weekend? I am ready for a great weekend, and I hope you have all kinds of wonderful things planned. For me, more Jamaican food and lots of crocheting and hanging out with friends and chilling, enjoying the cold weather and enjoying from afar, from my home with my cat. What are you going to do this weekend? Please let us know in your comments. But also, let us know if you're watching live for the first time. If this is the first time you're watching live, you can just write the word new, and we'll be so happy to give you a little welcome and some holiday cheer. If there's something really important that you wish to share with us in the broadcast, it helps a great deal if you add a capital letter Q to your comment. That way we won't miss it during the comment section. Today is a weird news day because we are going to focus on negative stuff based on the premise that whenever we've mentioned negative stuff, or based on the fact that when news outlets publish negative stuff that has to do with the city, somehow the city comes around and starts fixing things up. So we're going to feature those two of such items today. So it's not me being negative. It's me hoping we talk about these things so that the city gets their act together and makes them better for all of us. What am I talking about? Well, let's just jump into the news section. So here we are. We start with this knowledge that there is a Malecón in Pitillal. You may not know this, but in this map of Pitillal, right across from Macroplaza is down here, there is this little section of the river, the Pitillal River, that is called a Malecón. Who knew? I've walked through it, and I never thought about it as a Malecón, but that's what they call it. Anyhow, before you put on your walking shoes and head over there to explore like I like to do, please keep in mind that according to this news outlet, it's filthy. It's nothing to write home about. And apparently it was just recently cleaned, but it is again being used as a trash dump and a place where homeless people gather, which is sad. This is a stretch of the river around Guerrero and Madero streets in Pitillal, which is commonly used by pedestrians as a shortcut to get from one place to another. And it is tree lined and it could be gorgeous, but unfortunately it isn't, at least not at present time. The other such bit of news is this beautiful lookout from which I share with you thanks to Google Earth. We are looking at the intersection of Matamoros and Corona streets in El Centro, where there is a small but pretty lookout point from which you can enjoy a somewhat obstructed but still beautiful view of the bay. Unfortunately, this corner is also used by the city of Puerto Vallarta as a trash collection point. And looking at this news report and this photograph that seems to be more current, due to the fact that trash collection is becoming increasingly irregular, apparently this beautiful vantage point now leaves a lot to be desired. So again, do not put on your walking shoes and head over there anytime soon, but please talk about it. Talk about this and talk about the Pitillal spot, as it seems that every time we throw shade at the municipal government, they go around and fix things. So if this is what it takes for them to do that, then we are going to do that. And hopefully this theory will work in these two particular locations and some other places around the city that definitely need some TLC. Now, as we mentioned yesterday, 12 days of religious pilgrimages or processions or peregrinaciones began here in Puerto Vallarta, culminating in the celebration of Virgin of Guadalupe Day on December 12th. Just to clarify, these are processions of religious nature, not parades, as a well-intended tourist referred to them after the broadcast yesterday. But if you wish to watch or even participate, you are more than welcome. But when do you go and where do you go? Well, in case you are curious, I wanted to give you a sense as to how important and how large this event is by sharing with you the published schedule for today. As published by Tribuna de la Bahía, we are looking at Tribuna de la Bahía's post. This is where I got the photograph from. And just in case you're wondering who is going to go on a pilgrimage today, well, they started at 5 a.m. in the morning. And as you can see from this list that I'm scrolling, there are groups that are marching or walking to the church all day long from 5 o'clock in the morning all the way. I'm looking at groups that are schools. I'm looking at individual families. I'm looking at hospitals. Telmex is going to be marching at 8:55 p.m. Hopefully they will pray for better internet service. A bunch of airlines are marching tonight as well at 9:10 p.m. And again, the processions continue all the way until 11 p.m. So as you can see, this is a big to-do. And this is something that is very important to those people that are faithful Catholics. Now, you don't have to be religious to engage. Again, this is a great opportunity to be witness of one of the important processions and one of the important events in our city. And after all, even the most devoted Catholics have to eat at one point or another. So for the rest of us, one of the fun perks of the Peregrinaciones is the huge number of temporary street eateries that set up shop along the pilgrimage path on Juarez Street and also at the main plaza. In fact, this year, the city's permits department has already issued 179 permits for the aforementioned eateries, where you can enjoy a whole variety of traditional items such as tamales, tacos, atole, and other treats. Yesterday, as we were wrapping our broadcast, I saw that Carmen Porras suggested we walk and videotape one of the processions so that you can see what to expect. And I will be glad to do that sometime, hopefully sometime this weekend. But first, let us take a quick look at what the weather looks like for the weekend, just to see what we're going to be up to. By Diana's Resting. Oh my God, that's not nice. I cannot even read that. No, I'm not going to read that because that's really, really snarky. I can't read it today. It's 28 degrees. It is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Humidity is at 75%. And oh my God, that is such a nasty comment. Our weather forecast for today says humid throughout the day with a high of 30 and a low of 21. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be a humid day and a partly cloudy day with a high of 30 and a low of 22. And Sunday, another humid day with a high of 31 and a low of 22. Moving right along, before we dive into our comment section, I wanted to share a couple of items that I spotted on Facebook yesterday that I thought might be of interest to you. For starters, Plaza Caracol is partnering with Friends of Puerto Vallarta Animals to host 3 pet adoption events to take place at the plaza this month on 3 consecutive Fridays, starting today, and then Friday, December 9, and then Friday, December 16, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Great opportunities to bring a new pet into your home if you've been thinking of doing this. And if you would like to learn more about Friends of Puerto Vallarta Animals, this is a group of dedicated volunteers committed to the well-being of the homeless pets staying at the city's municipal animal shelter. I will leave you with their Facebook page as well, so you can get better acquainted with their programs and their needs. I also wanted to share these gorgeous images published by Puerto Vallarta's Department of Culture of what seems to be a truly beautiful park. The park is known as the Parque de las Ciencias Fundadores Toluca, or Science Park Fundadores Toluca, and it is, of course, located in the city of Toluca, the capital city for the state of Mexico. This beautiful park has just received a prestigious award from the World Urban Park Organization for its design. And of course, the bad news is that the park is in Toluca and not in Puerto Vallarta. But given the fact that nowadays we can fly directly from Puerto Vallarta to Toluca, you may want to add this beautiful location to your bucket list should you want to visit the city. I understand that the city of Toluca also has a gorgeous botanical garden, enclosed botanical garden that is surrounded by beautiful stained glass walls. Again, I've never been there, but knowing that one can just hop on a plane and go there makes it even more appealing to check that city out. And now let's take a quick look at your comments just to see what everybody is up to. Let's take a quick look. Lots of good mornings. Lots of good mornings. I love it. Sherry's counting as usual. 12 days of Christmas to go. And I noticed a good morning from our friend Christy. Christy, it's great to read you. I trust that you made it to your destination in Ajijic without incident. Christy, I recommended to Christy that she take the ETN bus that I like so much, and I recommend that she specifically take the 2-story bus and get a seat on the top level right up front so that she could enjoy the beautiful highway. I hope you enjoyed the view, Christy, and I hope you are enjoying your surroundings. Christoph says hello from the Secret Wine Bar, and I read somewhere on Facebook, Christoph, that you guys are bringing in a DJ. How fun. How fun. I don't know if this is going to be something that you're going to do on a regular basis or not, but having somebody to create a specific mood for your bar sounds like a wonderful thing. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud and crazy. Hopefully it'll just set like a nice vibe, but we'll be all surprised to see what you have in store. As you know, we've been talking about this beautiful new wine bar located in Colonia Emiliano Zapata, in a place where you wouldn't think you would find peace and tranquility, but you do. So if you haven't heard about the Secret Wine Bar, I strongly recommend you go and check it out. And if you don't like wine, they have lovely cocktails as well. Let's see what else we have. Harold reminds us again of some event by the Sula Society Dog Shelter. I'm sorry I didn't run into this event in the Facebook events today. So hopefully they will, publish events for these things that are going on so that we can better describe them. Let's see what else is going on. Logan comments, the walking trail along the Rio Pitillal between La Isla Shopping Village and Avenida Francisco Villa is one of the best kept secrets in the city. This is true. And one of the walking tours that I have been thinking of doing is walking the entire trail from Soriana in Pitillal all the way to the beach, to the ocean. If this is a walk that you would enjoy, and it would include the stretch that Logan is referring to, just write the word Pitillal in your comments, and I'll be so very happy to give this walk a bit of priority. Let's see what else we have. Went on the walking tour of Isla Cuale yesterday, sponsored by the Vallarta Garden Club. Their fabulous work was highlighted. Kudos. I didn't know that the Vallarta Garden Club had a scheduled walk, but I'm so glad to hear about that. Again, following them on Facebook is probably a good idea. Randall asks, is the Telcel office by Whiskey Kitchen still open? Last year, they helped us set up our SIM card. If you are referring to the one that is located on the main avenue, Francisco Medina Asensio, that is one of the main offices for Telcel, and it has never been closed that I know of. If you are referring to any smaller places, I would not have a specific answer for you, Randall, I am afraid. Let's see what else. There's a question here. Just wondering, what has been the most viewers at one time during a live show? Good question, Judy. I think we've reached 200 and something at some point. The numbers were usually higher during the pandemic. Nowadays, we average anything between 70 and 120. It is a nice number. It is a number that is important to me, but ultimately, I also am aware of the fact that not everybody can stop their activity to watch live. So I keep an eye on the number of views that happen on every day. And of course, I'm grateful to see that a lot of people connect with us through Coffee and Headlines, even if they're not watching live. Let's see. Christy gives a shout out to the Secret Wine Bar. Thank you very much. And I see all these comments about Pitillal. There you go. There's a week for you. There's a walk for you. I stumbled because Christoph said, thank you, Christy. I love it. I thought you were sending me a kiss. See, I was not reading properly. Yay. Ooh, lots of Pitillal comments. I will do that walk because this is a wonderful, wonderful walk. I am going to... the words peace and tranquility and DJ are words that don't go together well. You know, I am going to politely disagree with you, my dear Gouda, and I'm going to tell you why. Yes, you are correct. We tend to associate the word DJ with people that spin records or mix music at parties, which is usually a very loud boom, boom, boom kind of thing. But there are also DJs that specialize on creating mood, mood music, ambient music. So if that is where the Secret Winery is going to create a nice, relaxed mood, then I'm all for it. You see, DJs, musicians play instruments, DJs play music. So a DJ has a choice to make very lively, very loud music or to create a really beautiful ambience. In fact, when we were talking about the new place located behind, oh gosh. See, this is why you shouldn't smoke as much dope as I do, because you forget names of people, you forget names of restaurants. But scratch that. All I'm saying is that a place can definitely benefit from audio, spatial information that makes people feel more welcome. So I am intrigued. as to what is going to happen at the secret winery, whether it is going to be an ongoing thing or just a special event. What happened to the nice bear that used to do this show? This new guy definitely stands a little too close to the razor. Alex and Steve, oh my precious men. I shaved. If you missed the beard, the beard may come back. But there's still a nice bear within. I promise. Whatever a bear is, I've never identified with a label, but I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. Chris says, update, the Christmas cooking making turned out fantastic. Yes, they are yummy. Oh, that's right. You were cooking all kinds of chingaderas yesterday, weren't you? I'm so glad that you had a good time preparing all your stuff. Christoph sends me a big kiss. I love it. Watch me blush like a schoolgirl. I love it. Let's see what else. There you go. Our DJ plays mood music and not anything else tonight. See, there you go. I love it. I love it when a business owner recognizes that there are ways in which you can enhance your business, and there are ways in which you can maybe not so much. Love it. Lots of DJs this Sunday night. Disco at Lázaro Cárdenas. This is true. We talked about this party this Sunday night. There's going to be a big 80s and 70s disco night with a bunch of DJs spinning disco music for a cause. Let's see what else. Some of my most peaceful and tranquil moments have been in the midst of Ibiza DJs. I have to agree with that, Charlotte. When I visited Cartagena a few years ago, I had the pleasure of spending an evening and a sunset at Cartagena's Café del Mar. And of course, Café del Mar has a branch in Cartagena, and they have a couple of branches in Europe, I believe. And the mixed sets of music that they produce are really chill and really wonderful. So there are all kinds of DJs out there, and this is a good thing. And this, my friends, brings us, believe it or not, to the end of the broadcast, unless you want another reminder of all the events that are going on this weekend. But we shared those yesterday. I think we are very much at the end of the broadcast and at the beginning of what looks to be a wonderful weekend. I hope you'll have great plans for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And I hope you'll continue to stay in touch. If all goes well, tomorrow, and if not tomorrow, on Monday by the latest, we will have a breakdown of the legend of the Virgin of Guadalupe. A very detailed account as to why locals believe so strongly in the apparition of the Virgin. And then a couple of days later, we will debunk it just because we can. In the meantime, have a great day, have a great weekend, and thank you for sticking around.